Hare Krishna devotees, let's offer prayers. Om Agnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Supadantikam Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदम हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी हरे कृष्ण devotees धन्यवाद pranam so I'll share my screen so anybody yeah somebody who would like to read you can raise your hand. I'll start with the verses now. We're starting from text number 198. Atil will sit on Mataji. Yeah, you can read. ए श्लोक पढ़िते प्रभु हाइला मूर्छिते प्रेमेते विवसहना पदिला भूमिते.
When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recited this verse, he immediately fell to the ground unconscious. He was overwhelmed and had no control over himself.
So this is the verse that Sri Madhavan's Puri was reciting. So that is the context of this verse. So last week we were discussing about this particular verse where Madhavan's Puri recited this verse again and again. The verse is, or you can read this also translation one more time, Mataji.
Sure, Prabhuji. O my Lord, O merciful Master, O Master of Mathura, when shall I see you again? Because of my not seeing you, my agitated heart has become unsteady. O most beloved one, what shall I do now? You want me to read purport,
So
Prabhu?
no, Mataji. Yeah, we read last time.
Okay.
Essentially, to just a refresher. So that was the mood of separation of Sri Madhavendra Puri. And we heard about how Sri Madhavendra Puri got the Braja Prema into the Sampradaya. Also we heard. So now we'll go to the next verse, text number 199. Ashte Vyeste Koli Kari Nila Nityananda Krandana Kariya Tabe Ute Gaura Chandra.
When Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu fell to the ground in ecstasy love, Lord Nityananda quickly took him on his lap, crying. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then got up again.
Yeah, thank you. Text number 200. Premonmada Haila Uti Iti Uti Daya हुंकार करये हासे कांडे नाचे गाया.
Exhibiting ecstasy emotions, the Lord began to run here and there, making resounding noises. Sometimes he laughed, and sometimes he cried, and sometimes he danced and sang.
Yeah, this exhibiting ecstatic emotions like that. Yeah. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in ecstatic ecstasy. He's exhibiting ecstasy symptoms. We'll see some more verses where specific symptoms are described. Text 201. Aidina, bale bhara bhara, kante na nisare vani, netre asrudhara.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could not recite the whole verse. He simply said, Aidina, Aidina, repeatedly. Thus he could not speak, and profuse tears were in his eyes.
Text number 202. Kampasveda pulkasru stambha vaivarnya Nirveda Vishada Jhadya Garva Harsha Danya.
Trembling in perspective, jubil-
Perspiration.
perspiration, jubilant tears, shocked, fading of the body luster, disappointment, remorse, loss of memory, pride, joy, and humility were all visible in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's body.
Yeah, you can read purport also.
Purport. In the Bhakti Rasa Sindhu, Jayada is explained as loss of memory brought about by the severe shock due to separation from the beloved. In that state of mind, one loses all conscious conscience of loss and gains, hearing and seeing, as well as all other consideration. This marks the preliminary appearance of illusion.
So here we are hearing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exhibiting these ecstatic symptoms. So that's what we're hearing. So this chapter is getting concluded in a few more verses. Yeah, I think His Grace Pradyumna Prabhu will read next, Mataji. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
Text 203. हे श्लोके उगादिला प्रेमेर कपाट गोपीनाथ सेवक देखे प्रभुरा प्रेमनाथ.
This verse uncovered the door of ecstatic love, and when it was exhibited, all the servants of Gopinath saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dance in ecstasy.
So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not only exhibiting excited symptoms, he is dancing in that ecstasy. So now text is 204. Lokera sangata deki prabhura bhagya haila takurera boga sari arati bajila.
When many people crowded around Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he regained his external senses. In the meantime, the offering to the deity had been finished, and there was a resounding arti performance.
Yeah, so Chaitanya, everyone was looking at Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's dancing, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu regained his external senses from his ecstatic symptoms. So by that time, the deity offering of the food is done, Boga offering is done, and then Arti was being done. Text 205. ठाकुरे शयन कारणा पुजारी हाइला बाहिरा प्रभुरा आगे आनी दिला प्रसाद भारक क्षीरा.
When the deity were laid down to rest, the priest came out of the temple and offered all 12 pots of sweet rice to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
So interesting thing is, so this is the quality of a Brahmana. Brahmanas, so they offered 12 pots of sweet rice as boga to Gopinath deity. And then all the Mahaprasadam, so they give it to this Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in ecstatic symptoms like this. He offered everything to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Not like I'll keep some for me and then give rest to somebody else. Not like that. Text 206. Kshiradeki Mahaprabhura Ananda Badila Bhakta Gane Kavo Yaite Pancha Kshira Laila.
When all the pots of sweet rice remained left by Gopinath were placed before Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he became very pleased. In order to feed the devotees, he accepted 5 of them. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yeah. So two things we notice here. He became very pleased. So why? Because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was happy as a devotee also. He's also setting an example as a devotee for us. He's happy to receive Mahaprasada. Mahaprasada is mercy directly from Krishna only. So that is what we are hearing. He's very, very pleased seeing that. Number one. Number two, he accepted the Mahaprasadam not for himself. He accepted 5 of them so that he can share with devotees also. Why 5 of them? We'll see in the coming verses. So that is so two things. One is generally a devotee or Vaishnava is higher than a Brahmana. Brahmanas, one of the qualities, they accept charity and give charity. And they don't keep accumulate more and more with them. They keep giving it like to others like that. So we'll see more in the next verse now. Text 207. सातक्षीर पुजारी के बाहुदीय दिला पंचक्षीर पंचजने वांतिया खायला.
The 7 remaining pots were pushed forward and delivered to the priest. Then the 5 pots of sweet rice the Lord had accepted were distributed among the 5 devotees, and they ate the prasadam.
So you notice, even though the priest offered 12 of them, he only took 5 because the 5 are enough. Only 5 devotees are there. He gave back the rest to him back. So that is one aspect. Second aspect, who was these five devotees? When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is traveling with four more devotees. In the previous chapter, it was described that Nityananda Prabhu was there with him, Mukunda Datta was there with him, and then Damodar Pandit was there with him, and Jagadananda Pandit was there with them. So all five of them shared the prasadam basically. Yeah. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Now Harinam Kirtan Prabhu can read from next. Gopinatha Rupe Yadi. Under Harinam Kirtan Prabhu, you had any other comments also?
No, Prabhuji.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you read Bengali also very nicely, Prabhu. If you're okay, you can read also Bengali also.
Okay, Prabhuji, whatever you say. गोपीनाथ रूपयादि करियचन भोजना भक्ति देखते कैला prasad bhakshana. Being identical with the Gopinath deity, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had already tasted and eaten the pots of sweet rice. Yet, just to manifest devotional service, he again ate the pot of sweet rice as a devotee.
Yeah. So what here we're hearing is that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not different than Krishna himself. That's why when Gopinath accepted, he also accepted the Bhoga. But then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was always in the mood of a devotee. He didn't want to publicly tell I am the Krishna like that. So as a devotee, it's a practice to accept Mahaprasadam. So like that, to manifest the devotion service, he again took the prasadam like that. Yeah, I can continue, Prabhuji.
नाम संकीर्तन से रात्रि गो नैला मंगलारती देखी प्रभात चलीला. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu passed that night at the temple, engaged in congregational chanting. In the morning, after seeing the Mangalarti performance, he departed.
Yeah, see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't have to sleep at the night time. This was his regular program. So he was doing Sankirtan with the devotees at the night time, and then after seeing Mangalarti, he started traveling again. Okay, continue, Prabhuji.
Gopal Gopinath Puri Gosani Raguna Bhakta Sangha Shri Mukha Prabhu Kaila Asvadana. In this way, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally tasted with his own mouth the transcendental qualities of Gopalji, Gopinath, and Sri Madhvendra Puri.
So we heard in the beginning of this chapter, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is personally telling this pastime to all the devotees. So he's saying that he tasted his with his mouth means he actually, by doing his kirtana, by describing the glories of Gopal deity, Gopinath deity, and the pure devotee Sri Madhavendra Puri, is exhibiting the transcendental qualities. That means he's glorifying them like that. Okay. Yeah, I can continue, Prabhuji.
Sure. Eita khyana kahila donhara mahima Prabhura bhakta vatsal ara bhakti prema sima. Thus, I have described both the transcendental glories of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's affection for his devotee and the highest limit of ecstatic love of God.
So basically, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is sharing his affection for Sri Madhavendra Puri and other devotees that we discussed now, and also his ecstatic emotions we discussed, like that is describing. So only last two more verses on this chapter. Yeah, we can continue.
Shraddha yukta hana iha suniye jana Shri Krishna charana sei paye prema dhana. One who hears this narration with faith and devotion attains the treasure of love of Godhead at the lotus feet of Shri Krishna.
So this is the Falasruti for this section. Whenever we hear, that's why whenever we hear Krishna Katha or Chaitanya Lila like this, we hear with faith and devotion. That is what will help in developing attraction for Krishna and developing the love for Krishna like that. So that is important. Not mechanical hearing, but hearing with faith and devotion. Yeah. So text number 213, the last verse of the Purport. chapter.
Sure. Shri Rupa Raghunath Pade Yara Asa Chaitanya Charitamrit Kahe Krishna Dasa. Praying at the lotus feet of Shri Rupa and Raghunath, always desiring their mercy, I, Krishna Das, narrate Shri Chaitanya Charitamrit following in their footsteps.
Hmm. So this is how Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, who is the author of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, ends all the chapters. He's offering his obeisances in a humble way to previous acharyas, Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Raghunathas Goswami, and seeking their mercy. That is the mood of a devotee. Mood of a devotee is, I cannot do anything without the mercy of my Guru, without the mercy of devotees. Without them, I cannot do anything. That is the mood. And then that means when I believe that I cannot do anything without the mercy from devotees and previous acharyas and gurus, then I always seek their mercy. I wish I get the mercy of my guru so that I can do my service nicely like that. So in that mood is always praying for their mercy. Yeah. Before we go to the next chapter, anybody has any other comments on this chapter? We heard about Shirachar Gopinath in this chapter so far. Anyone has any comments, you can share. Otherwise, we'll go to the next chapter. Okay, thank you. So we'll go to the next chapter. Next chapter, chapter 5. The title is Activities of Sakshi Gopala. If somebody would like to read translations, you can raise your hand. Padbyam Chalanya Pratima Swarupo Brahmanyo Devo Hi Sataha Gamyam Desham Yayo Viprakrite Adbhuteham Tam Sakshi Gopalam Aham Natosmi. Yeah, go ahead. Who's Lakshmi Mataji? Go ahead, Mataji.
I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of God, Brahmanya Deva, who appeared as Sakshi Gopala to benefited Ramana. For 100 days, he traveled through the country walking on his own legs. Thus, his activities were wonderful. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah, your voice was little slow for me. I don't know for others. You can try to speak little louder next time. Yeah.
Sure, Prabhuji.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Text number 2. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
All glories to Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all glories to Lord Nityananda Prabhu, all glories to Sri Advaita Prabhu, and all glories to all the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Yeah, this is the invocation verse. Whenever we read Chaitanya Charitamrita, we read this. Yeah, so we are saying all glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Prabhu, and all the Gaurav Bhakta Vrinda. That means all the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, what does this mean? All glories means we also say, please accept my humble obeisance, Prabhuji. All glories to Sri Prabhupada. Like that, we commonly say, right? What does all glories means? That means everything we have, everything we are able to do is only by the mercy of previous acharyas and Supreme Lord, like that. That means we're giving all the credits to them. That's how all glories. That's what all glories means. All glories to Sri Prabhupada means everything is by the mercy of Sri Prabhupada, like that. All credits go to them, like that. Text number 3. Chalite chalite aila Yajapura grama Varaha Takura deki Karila pranama.
Walking and walking, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his party finally arrived at Yajapura on the river Vaitarani. There he saw the temple of Varahadeva and offered his obeisances unto him.
Varahadev temple they came. So Nritya Gita Kaila Preme Bahuta Stavana Yajapure Se Ratri Karila Yapana.
In the temple of Varahadeva, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu engaged in chanting and dancing and offered prayers. He passed that night in the temple.
Again, we see in the night time he didn't sleep. He is chanting and dancing in the night time also before Varahadev. Okay, text number 5. Kateke Aila Sakshi Gopala Dekite Gopala Saundarya Deki Haila Anandite.
Afterwards, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to the town of Kataka to see the temple of the witness Gopala. When he saw the deity of Gopala, he was very much pleased by his beauty. One second. Yeah, he was
Hmm.
pleased by his beauty.
Okay, yeah. So basically, this is called in the town of Kataka. He saw a deity name as Sakshi Gopal. So that deity Sakshi Gopal is referring as witness Gopala here. We'll hear the past time about that coming up. But he saw a beautiful form of Gopal deity and is very, very pleased by his beauty. So when we see the deity form of the Lord in a temple, we should also be feel happy by seeing the beautiful form of the Lord. In fact, by engaging our eyes to see the beautiful deity form of the Lord, that is how we will be able to uh, control our conditional tendency to see some other things, beautiful material things like that. So this is the way we engage our eyes in seeing the beauty of the Lord in the deity form. That's why, and one way to cultivate that uh, attraction for the deity form of the Lord is by uh, seeing with another devotee who already relishes deity form of the Lord. Some devotees, they really relish the deity form, how the deity is decorated, their dress, their ornaments, their flowers, like that. So we can associate with such devotees who have attraction for deity, and then we can also develop such attraction through their association. So yeah, somebody else can read. You can raise your hand if you're ready to read. Premavesh Nritya Gita Kaila Katakshana Avistahana Kaila Gopala Stavana.
While there, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu engaged in the chanting and dancing for some time, and being overwhelmed, he offered many prayers to Gopal.
Hmm, nice. So text number 7. Se ratri tahan rahi bhakta gana sange Gopalere purva khada sune bahu range.
That night, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed in the temple of Gopal, and along with all the devotees, he heard the narration of witness Gopal with great pleasure.
Thank you, bro. So that night, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed there in the Sakshi Gopal temple, and uh, he heard the narration. This time, in the previous chapter, he was telling the narration of the story to other devotees. But now he heard the narration, it seems, from whom we'll hear in the next verse. Nityananda Gosani Yabe Tirtha Brahmila Sakshi Gopala Deki Bhare Kataka Aila.
Previously, when Nityananda Prabhu had toured all over the India to see different places of pilgrimage, he also had come to see Sakshi Gopal at Cuttack.
So previously Nityananda Prabhu went means, remember when Nityananda Prabhu was a young boy itself, that time there was a sannyasi who came and he requested his parents, can I have your son as my servant so I can, when I'm traveling, he can help me. Like that, he took the Nityananda Prabhu. So then Nityananda Prabhu went with him all over India, assisting him as a servant, that sannyasi. So that's when he saw all the different places of pilgrimage. And he saw this deity also that time. So text number 9. Sakshi Gopalera Katha Suni Lokamukhe Se Katha Kahena Prabhu Sune Mahasuke.
That time, Nityananda Prabhu had heard the story of Sakshi Gopal from the town peoples. He now recited this again, and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard the narration with great pleasure. Purport. The Sakshi Gopal temple is situated between Khurda Road railway station and Jagannath Puri station. The deity is not presently situated in Cuttack, but when Nityananda Prabhu traveled there, the deity was present. Cuttack is a town in Orissa situated on the Mahanadi River. When Sakshi Gopal was brought from Vidyanagar in South India, he stayed for some time at Cuttack, and thereafter he was situated for some time in the Jagannath temple. It seems that in the temple of Jagannath there was some disagreement between Jagannath and Sakshi Gopal, a disagreement called Prem Kala. a quarrel of love. In order to settle this love quarrel, the king of Orissa constructed a village about 11 miles from Jagannath Puri. The village was called Satyavadi, and Gopal was stationed there. Thereafter, a new temple was constructed, and now there is a Sakshi Gopal station, and people go to Satyavadi to see the witness Gopal.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. So here we are hearing that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu here heard this pastime from Nityananda Prabhu, who himself heard from the people of that town about Sakshi Gopal pastime.
Mhm.
And he heard with great pleasure, it's described, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always uh, uh, exhibited the symptoms of a pure devotee, even though he's Krishna himself. Pure devotees are happy either speaking about Krishna Katha or hearing about Krishna Katha. The Krishna Katha includes Katha about the devotees also. Yeah. And then Sri Prabhupada in the purport is describing some history of the deity, where it was there earlier, it was at a different place. Now it's not there at that place. And then he's giving some detail about how there was some transcendental disagreement between Jagannath deity and Sakshi Gopal deity. Prema Kalaha is calling. I don't know the details about it. I don't know if Harinam Kirtan Prabhu, you have anything you heard. You can share if you heard anything on that topic, Prabhuji, or anything else.
No, Prabhuji, I have also hearing first time.
Okay, got it. Okay, thank you, Prabhu. Okay, so that is the history Prabhupada is giving the purport. Let's go to the next first text 10. Purva Vidya Nagarera Duyi Ta Brahmana Tida Kari Bhare Dunhe Karila Gamana.
Formerly at Vidyanagar in South India, there were two Brahman who made a long tour to see different places of pilgrimage.
Now, this Sakshi Gopal pastime, Nityananda Prabhu is narrating. So we started with hearing about two Brahmanas in South India from a place called Vidyanagara. They are going on to pilgrimage tour like that. Okay, text number 11. Gaya, Varanasi, Prayaga, Sakala Kariya, Mathurate Ailae, Dune Anandita Hana.
First of all, they visited Gaya, then Kasi, then Prayag. Finally, with great pleasure, they came to Mathura.
I think it's almost 8 o'clock. We'll pause here because the next verse has some purport also. So basically, we are hearing about two Brahmanas who are traveling on pilgrimage and going places to place. Gaya, Kasi, Prayaga are the first few places they visited, and they went to Madhura finally. That's where we hear beautiful pastime unfold. Anybody has any other comments before we end the call today?
Yeah, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. I also, when I went to Puri, the Prabhuji that was showing me around, he did tell me about Sakshi Gopal, but I can't recall as to where they took Sakshi Gopal. Where is Sakshi Gopal right now?
Oh, currently, I also don't remember now place. Anybody remembers where Sakshi Gopal temple is there currently?
Yeah, Sakshi, I went 2 years back, Sakshi
Uh,
Gopal Temple,
uh,
and is about maybe 1 hour drive from Jagannath Puri.
okay,
It's towards Bhubaneswar.
towards
And then you
Bhubaneswar.
have to go in east.
Okay, thank
On
you.
that highway, this is the highway between Jagannath Puri and Bhubaneswar. You go on that highway from Puri to Bhubaneswar, and then take a left turn and go to the town. You have to cross a couple of towns, and then Sakshi Gopal temple is there.
No,
Mhm.
Prabhuji, I went to Sakshi Gopal temple, but I'm saying where is Gopal himself? Where is Gopal? The deity, yeah.
Yeah, it is there.
They're there? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were asking which city or which town it is there. I thought, okay,
No,
got
we
it.
went to a couple of temples, Prabhuji, and I
Uh-huh.
remember, the Prabhuji that was showing me around, he was telling me about Sakshi Gopal, and I
Uh,
also read a couple of stories about Sakshi Gopal, very good stories,
yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So all the temples that I went to, they had the deities, but when you just said that Sakshi Gopal was taken away, where I was thinking, where did they take him? you know.
Oh no! Now
Yeah.
wherever you went, that is the
Uh,
final destination. He was there.
Okay,
Yeah, he's there
okay,
now.
okay.
Now he's there. Yes.
Okay.
You-
And I remember, I
Prabhupada
know
is.
exactly where Prabhuji is talking about because we
Mm-hmm.
went through and there are 3 temples on the highway, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Very
So,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah, thank
Thank you,
you.
Prabhuji. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
man.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Thank you.
Krishna. Jai
Hare
Radhe.
Krishna devotees. Sri Prabhupada ki jai.
Okay.
Jai.
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki jai.
Jai.
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kupasindubhyocha Paditanam
Sridham
Pavanebhyo
Bhagavatam
Vaishnebhyo
Vaishnava
Namo
Devam.
Namaha. Thank
Hare
you so
Hare
Krishna.
much,
Krishna.
devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Jai Radhe Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.